first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll look to throw here. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. The complete. That'll bring up 4.
Check. Watch 54.
On first down, Drake. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets...
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key...
Set, ready. Touchdown. I got you.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
In your face.
2nd and 5. They'll find Everett there, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Balaj. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 6-man.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Set the turn, defense. Let's go.
2nd and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll drop the throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the left.
And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami.
That's how you score.
Kenny Stills hitting double digits with his...
Ready up. The mic. Check 45 the mic. Let's get it.
They go play action here on first down. A little short pass. This is Everett. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
Let's go.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation.
Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, 79 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from it. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They run it with Balaj. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, Drake. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll look to throw. That's Stills bringing it in. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll run here with Balaj. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Let's go now. Come on, time to end it. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You remember me?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete. Stills. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2nd and 1. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a draw play with Drake. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He'll drop to throw. It's complete to Drake. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Running, it's Drake. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll look to throw here. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion, Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Set. 46 line. Mike 45. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Balaj. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run with Drake. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And it's caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyler Kroft with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Let's go now. 47 to end it. Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
The Dolphins on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Brings up second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Right back to Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brent, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a full... They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Second and 13. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyler Croft with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing, finding the big target.
Let's go now. Come on, turn it in. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quit talking about it and play it.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On first down, Drake. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Dolphins on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. Here it's 3rd and 2. And it's caught by Parker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Again, it's Balaj. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this?
Come on, set. 8 together. Tighten up. Pull together. March 15, huh?
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit.